Hey, your main man back. Today we're going to open up a little bit of product we just got in for Guilds of Ravnica. We should just show the rares here. I got my son here.
Yeah, I'm here too.
Yeah, he's here too. He's 11 now. Yeah, you guys can go back way back in the annals of the channel and see him as like a little tiny baby. But the gremlin is big now.
Yeah, apparently grown.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
he has grown, so that is something. And he keeps getting bigger.
Yeah.
Not sure how big it's going to get, but a little bit bigger than this, I suppose.
Apparently.
So we went to the pre-release, not last weekend, but the weekend before that, and undefeated. Your main man, undefeated, played in two different events. The Friday night, the Midnight Madness, which was like 6 in the morning. There were like 80 people there. Your main man number wins. And then my partner, my little Kith King Chris, and I are undefeated in the tag team annals. And the guys we faced in the finals, he looked at the guy named Larry, was like talking some Jake. He's like, no, I got the best partner. And I was like, no, Larry, you're confused. Your main man isn't on your team. You must be dreaming, baby. So he had to have the tongue shellacking of a magic lifetime put on his nonsensical brain.
Yeah, he have a nonsensical brain.
Yeah, you've seen Larry before. Indeed, he does. Believing that his partner was the best. Chris and I laid the smack it down on that jabroni. Since I haven't been on here in a while, I want to talk about this. We'll probably do a review of this coming up at some point. We've been reading this. I ordered the hardback, and the guy sent me the softback, and I was like very not happy because I really wanted to. I might even just just give this to somebody after I'm done, and then maybe get a copy of the hardback. I don't know, but I really did want that in hardback. I've been savoring it, so we haven't been. Well, and we'll sit down, and I like to read with him. I'll read some, and I'll let him read some. And we'll be next to the Apples of Immortality. This is an absolutely excellent book. I would strongly recommend it. It's not original fiction. Neil Gaiman just takes the Norse mythology, which often is very rough, very difficult to get through. A lot of times the translations are, I don't want to say bad, but wordy and unengaging to an English reader. And a masterful writer, Neil Gaiman, just absolutely excellent. I strongly recommend this, of course. And if you haven't read American Gods, you want to read that one as well, and watch that television show. What do you think about American Gods?
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good show.
It's a pretty good show. You heard it from him. Also, we're going to be looking for. I went ahead and got these. I haven't played role playing games while I'm making video games in quite some time. For a couple of reasons, I needed to take some time and step away from that. But in December, it looks like we're going to be doing a game of this because my friend who is from the 76 Armor Class video, the guy's running the game. He hasn't run a game since that, and trying to do some therapy because it was a very promising game master trying to do some therapy on him and bridging it over. He's an excellent Magic player, trying to get him to run the Guilds of Ravnica book, and of course that's what we're talking about here. The Ravnica Guilds of Ravnica set, and that's coming out as a Dungeons and Dragons product. That's always really the thing with Dungeons and Dragons for me. I think the mechanics of Dungeons and Dragons, really in all their settings, are poor and limited. And I've been over that in many different videos, but there's certainly a quintessential aspect of the game that I do like a lot, and in that, I think one of their major things is the engagement of different types of fantasy settings. So seeing what they do with a real magic setting, not a small book, but I mean this thing is gigantic. I went ahead and I've already pre-ordered mine. I got it on Amazon for like, I don't know, it was like only like 31 bucks shipped. It was free shipping, and I think the normal book is like $45, $50. So it was heavily discounted when I clicked on there. And I went ahead and picked that up. So maybe it'll be garbage. Maybe it'll be awesome. I have the book. I'll be telling you guys my thoughts, not only from playing it, but from actually reading it and kind of seeing what it's about. My character is going to be a Golgari ogre, so I know you guys will be looking at that. We may be in the back of the house, maybe getting the fire pit going and letting the imagination soar to new plateaus and new places in the rock farming community. But that's basically like a guy who's going to be going from different sort of a very low end management, if you can kind of imagine that in Golgari, ogre, and apparently I don't know, he's going to be some type of warrior class or some type of magical class. Druid would seem to make sense, except it doesn't have the. I don't see him like turning into like a wizard or a bee or something. I see him, being something kind of like in the new set, the uncommon a plague crafter. As he advances, I think we're starting at first level, but as he goes forward, it's being sort of a warrior, wizard, or warrior cleric sort of a guy. It looked pretty simple from having looked over in the player's handbook, the rules for multi-classing. And we ran a game very briefly, a little bit for him and one of his cousins. Well, I guess actually two of your cousins were playing. We're going to go forward very slowly with that and get him more indoctrinated into different types of role playing games and so forth. Um, so let's go ahead and open this up. I don't know. I've been torn with the idea of getting an actual web, like a real camera. But my as being a barbarian, my skills are very limited in that area. Here, go and pick something. And yeah, okay. And just show them the rares. No one really cares about a bunch of commons. And I don't think there's any uncommons in the set that are really worth anything at the moment. So you know how to find the rare, right? Like there's a token, and then there's a because there are rare lands too. And the rares are either going to be like an orange color there on the set symbol or like a gold color. So there's your lands. My first land, a Golgari land. I quite like Golgari. Oh, and for those interested, that's what I played in the single tournament. Well, actually, both singles and tag team. I played Golgari. My partner played Demir. He played Demir both in singles and in two-headed giant format. He played. We sat down and really did some research on it. It looked like Demir was the best, but we wanted to go two different colors, so we went double black. But I was running the green, and I had a splash. When we did it, he had a splash for 2 red removal cards, and I had a splash for a little bit of white, a little bit of Selesnya in mine. Speaking of that, there's Selesnya. That's going to be our rare. Go ahead and show him the rare. Give him a nice, clean look at it. Just show him the rare. You can look at everything you want afterwards, baby. Let's just show them the rare. That's not a rare. That's silver. Okay. Oh man, we were abusing this card to ridiculous ends. This thing is money and limited. It was just a shellacking. Oh, please be careful with that. Don't bend it like that. Here, let Daddy go ahead and see the shock lines. He was bending the corner. Till I hope you didn't mess this up. No, it looks like it's. Hope it's okay. Anyway, he goes and pulls an overgrown tomb. I get this piece of garbage, and he gets this overgrown tomb. So that's a great pull. Right. Let's go ahead and put that over here. All right, so that's what you want to do. Well, I had this guy. I had 2 of them in one of my decks, and one in my solo game. I just had 1 of him, and I had 2 in my solo decks. This guy was so busted because we had the Snapcaster Mage instant. So he was running all the instant removal, but I was running like dead weights. So like that guy, I'd go in the graveyard, grab up another dead weight. I had 2 dead weights in this deck too, and just I was like, take that, Larry, and Larry did.
He did indeed.
Yeah, that's right. So this guy is basically developed into me. Yeah. So I guess development's the last video. I have custody of him now, so he's over here constantly, which is absolutely amazing. I hated not having him over here all the time. So there you go. There you go. But I'll just show that one for me. You can take a look at that. With the Gorgon action on. Let's see. Ooh. Our first. Oh, wow. Well, that's a nice looking foil. All right, so there's our first mythic. Tristani. I don't think she's worth very much. And she is Selesnya. Maybe my least favorite color pair. But, yeah. So that kind of sucks. We're hoping to pull good stuff. We pulled this foil. Justice Strike. We didn't run any Boros. Boros we adjudicated as the worst color pair of the guilds. So we didn't run any Boros at all. What'd you get? No, put it on the camera. Get it way up there.
I got this foil.
Oh, you got that as a foil?
Yeah, I saw. You can't really see.
No, I can see. Yeah. Oh, the stamp. Yeah, show us your rare. So the stamp. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. It looks quite nice in person. I mean, Barrier Bones is like it's almost unplayable even in limited, so it's not really worth anything. Maybe no. You have that was your second pack you opened, right? That was your second pack you opened, right?
No, this is the first one.
I think it was your second pack because here's a rare that you didn't show anybody. Yeah. How many packs have you opened?
2.
2? Okay, well go ahead and show them that one then, please. Make sure they can see that.
I got this in my second package.
Yeah. Go ahead and set it down. This guy's not working either. Unfortunately, we'll stick the garbage over there. And we'll show you guys the actual good things afterwards. If you see any cards you really think are interesting, or you want to talk about for a second, go ahead and show those to them too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Literally, Magic Videos probably bore some of you guys to death, but just for posterity's sake, I kind of wanted to put up on here what we got. I was really, really not happy with this guy at all. I am a black player through and through. I play black. And black looks so good in the set, I really wanted to go ahead and play it limited twice. Also, the guy this token goes to is going in one of my commander decks. I'm a commander player. I don't play standard, modern, legacy, or vintage. Just commander. I love commander. I have commander decks that go up to being nigh unbeatable. So, I have a commander deck that's $20. That's actually very good. Has a lot of wins under its belt. So that's our rare. It's both those cards. The Golgari split of that is the one I like the best. I think being able for 2 to raise 2 or to have a sort of an almost damnation is pretty good. I think it might see its way into a deck or two for me. I found this card to be pretty useful in the pre-release. I had it in both my pre-releases because it automatically just replaces itself. It can help you get that mana fix, particularly if you're... No, I didn't have it in both of them. I just had it in one of them because I was running 3 colors, and I could also throw it on Chris's cards to give him a mana of any color. So that was very useful in this card. So go ahead and show them what you have, babe. But make sure you get on there. So take your time. It's not a rush. Tilt it over. Touch your hand. The other way. Look at the picture of you. Tilt your see. You want to? I think you want to go the other way. See how it's split. So try to hold it slow as you can.
I think this is an interesting card. I like that it can give a creature +2/+2 until end of turn, or it can deal.
You can get the red of that box.
Deals free damage to any target. You gain free life. So I think that's a good card.
You like that one, huh?
Yeah.
He's just turned 11, so I thought it was a little too early for him to do a pre-release, but Steel Mage's form. I think it's going to be very fun to be able to take him down to his first one. Another one of the Bird Illusions. So I don't need to much that token. I think you didn't. I think you didn't get your rare in that pack though. You want to make sure you're looking for. Yeah, see. Oh, baby, you had this too. You had a foil, so go ahead and show him that stuff. He's a little sick right now, as you can tell with this. So.
I got this foil. You might not be able to tell that's a foil, but it is. So yeah.
I finally got. Let's bring it over here. We'll put all the foils over here. I found a guy that likes foils, so I'm kind of in on foils or whatever. Okay.
Here's a
Try to hold it still.
Here's an uncommon thing.
That's a rare.
Oh, I mean rare.
he plays some Magic. Um, he's oh man, this guy. Chris is of course running a mirror. This guy was just like just in there, just busted it. You're like, but instead, surveil, and your mind was lost. I mean, we rocked it and rolled like a boss on that one. Another one of the double cards. Response, Resurgence, as Boros. Nice. Disdainful Stroke. I think when we split up the cards, because Chris was playing our blue, he got all of those. And I won 16 packs between the two pre-releases, 16 packs of cards, not including the pre-release stuff. I opened out of those 16 packs 3 Assassin's trophies. 3. And like a stack of Shocklands. I was just opening crazy good stuff. I traded all 3 of the Assassin's trophies at $25 each. I don't know, time will tell if that was a good trade or not, if they're going to go up or down. Removal usually doesn't stay super high. There's not a lot of pieces of removal at the instant speed level in Magic that are, $25. It's not a mega counter spell or a planeswalker, so it's very good, but it's in a set that's going to be opened a lot, and it's only a rare, so I thought $25 is worth moving it. And I moved it straight into Commander stuff. I mean, we're talking, I guess modern. I got a Cryptic Command, a Chrome Mox. What else did I get? A Planeswalker, the Tameo one, the multicolored Tameo, and a Walking Ballista. The Walking Ballista already shot up almost. I think it was like $18 there, but I wanted to change this out. I like this art better than the old art, so that Disdainful Stroke's going to go into a deck.
Wait, does this mean it's an
No, that's a rare. So.
Oh, rare.
I have a buddy of mine who wants that, so I'm going to trade that. I think it's worth a few dollars, though. So show it and make sure you get one. There you
go. It's a Goblin Soldier, rare. So, yep.
What do you think he's thinking right now?
Meh.
That's right.
I
was thinking about these lockets were very helpful. I ran 1 the first time and 2 the second time, 1 of each of my colors, because it gives you that nice refill, it gives you the drop early. I think these lockets are very good and very good in that format. Mission Briefing, which is quite nice. The one I pulled, I traded my buddy Chris because he wanted it. So it's pretty decent. Because I pulled one of those in our two-handed giant pull. And over here, what do we have? Oh boy, that's not good. Firemine Research. I think this is one of the really low-end cards even now. And there is just an uncommon normal Justice Strike, which definitely a card we ranked very highly when we went through and did our research on Boros. But just overall, the color just it wasn't going to be it. And I had a rough road the first night too. I played like 3 Demir decks. I mean, that's not all I played, but I played 3 of them. So that's a rough deal. Let's see. Oh, here's a card. This is a card I ordered. I also ordered a package with some extra copies and things I wanted. I ordered like 10 of the Plague Crafter. I was like, oh my god, he's amazing. Let me show him this. Oh, we walked into good stuff. Crush Contraband, I think it's worth like very little now. I'd recommend picking up like 10 copies of these if you play Commander, if you play a lot of decks. I don't think it's going to be any good in any other formats. But this is, it's not a strictly better, but it's pretty close. It's probably better than Return to Dust, which has been reprinted several times. And I think that I think this card's going to play in Commander for a long time. Plus, the dude, I mean, look at that dude. He clearly hangs out with He-Man. That man is clearly a master of the universe, baby. So another one of that card is very welcome. So we're going to have that. Well, let me show them what we got in this pack. Let me show them that pack. Okay. Steam Vents. This was it's a beautiful artwork on Steam Vents. Is definitely not my color of choice. I'm not steampunky. Out of the set, this says Golgari all day, but I've opened at least one of each of the Shocklands out of this set so far, the 5 that they reprinted this set. So that's obviously going to money. And we have a Ledva Guardian, which this is a card Chris put in a lot higher than I did in terms of when we were looking at stuff that we would like to play. We rated everything beforehand, which is quite fun. I really like that artwork on the Golgari Gilgate. I wish they were a little better. Go ahead, baby. Show them your stuff now.
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't want to make that too convoluted.
It's a rare it's an angel and it's also a rare.
Ooh.
It's also a 5/5 and yeah.
You're not bad at all.
Pretty good.
This thing is amazing, which I'm sure anyone that knows anything about Steel would know. But we just had so much removal because we were playing black, and black and green had removal, and then he splashed some red in for more removal. I splashed in white for more removal, so it was just brutal. Like your stuff was getting removed, then we were just swinging for that nugget, and that dome was learned about excessively. I played that. This is one of the cards I played. Ooh, here's a card I don't think it's going to be worth anything, but it's one I actually wanted. So there goes one of our mythic slots. What is it called? Divine Visitation. So it basically turns all any token, instead of being what it was, into a 4/4 flying angel, which is really nice. I do have some token decks, so I already have at least one place for that. All right, go ahead and show them what you got, man.
Not really.
You want to find your rare. Okay, take your time. I'll show them this one. This is awesome. One of my professional mentors, his last name is Wojak. So I'm gonna have to give this card to him, the Wojak Bodyguard. That just tickled me when I saw that. Oh, I'm just back from I went to a convention in South Carolina. Just got back last night. I got won not one but two awards in my job, so that was pretty cool. Here is the Plague Crafter. I ordered 10 extra copies of him when he was like 17 or 16 cents each. So this guy is absolutely amazing. I'll read him too if you don't know what he does. He's a human shaman for 2 and black. He's a 3/2, so that's already not bad, right? When Plague Crafter enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature or a planeswalker. Each player who cannot discards a card. So you could just drop him, sack him, and everybody else, like in a commander game, has to drop. Like he's so much better than Fleshback Marauder. First of all, he's got an extra toughness, and then if they don't have any creatures, they have to sack a planeswalker if they have one. If they don't, they have to drop a card, and if they don't have any of that going, that's kind of a bad day for them. So pulling another one of him's nice. Midnight Reaper was the rare. This kind of effect on cards can be kind of dangerous. So whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Midnight Reaper deals 1 damage to you, and you draw a card. So I mean, you could have a lot of stuff out, and I don't know. I like to have more control over what I'm doing than that. I'm not a Suicide Black player. I'm more of a Murderer Black player. I'm interested in you dying, not me. If you feel me. Show them what you got, little man.
I got a human. I got a rare human soldier, and it's a 2/2 with vigilance. So, yep.
Put him over there. Or is that a her? Maybe put her over there.
Not sure.
All right.
I think it might be E.
Okay, we'll put him down then. Oh, that's another one that I played. I love a 1/1 Death Toucher in limited. I love to play decks that put pressure on people when I'm playing limited. And when you do that, you can often force people to make bad trades on both offense and defense. And on offense, you can often slide that 1-1 by. You'd be like, Ka-ka! And, you know, once they look down, you hit them 4 or 5 times in the face with 1-1 Death Touchers they didn't want to block. You know, that's, I mean, to me, I usually just take the poison off the rip because it's not going to get better. I kept having her. I was in her all day. She was constantly in my hand, constantly on my field, constantly like pow with 4 damage. The green elf, she was a heck of a bear. She did me real right. I liked her. We splashed out and had him in the 2-headed deck. He was okay. I mean, a 4/4 vigil that you can evoke is okay. Necrotic Wound, this card did okay. Sometimes I wasn't happy to have it in my hand, but a lot of times I was. So, Book Devourer. Uh-oh.
Oh, I got a Planeswalker.
Ooh. You go. Well, show him, baby. Show him. You go ahead and go first.
I
got something nice, too, though.
I got a...
Show him. No, put it up. I already have a copy of him.
Oh,
there you go.
I got a Planeswalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice, though. We like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Put him down very carefully. There you go. That's fun.
That's good.
Niv Mizzet, the first one, my buddy Chris wanted to make a Planeswalker deck with him, so I just gave it to him. That one's whatever. We have a foil of Gruesome Menagerie, in case you couldn't tell. This is a card I did want. I don't know if it's worth anything, but I have a deck already. I could put this in a commander deck, which that's quite nice. I really love when I can upgrade decks. That really, it's such an interesting deal because your deck's already set at 99 cards, and you know, if you know what you're doing, they're going to be a good 99 cards. I've been playing since beta, so you know I really know Magic inside out, upside down, and when I can find a new card to kind of put in a deck, it can really kind of help almost make the deck new. You know, it's very entertaining to me. But that removal we were running, that removal was brutal. I'd hated to play against us. And he had that card that kept drawing him cards and making every opponent discard. Like when 2-headed, that was amazing. It's like, you discard, I'm going to draw. And then we're going to surveil, pop it in the back of the hand, play it again, and draw again. And they just couldn't keep cards in the hand. He was running 2 of those in his deck. Speaking of 2 of, I ran this guy. 1 of in my first deck, 2 of in my second. Second deck, you had a bigger pool because you could take cards from what your partner opened out of their guild kit and use them. So, you know, we were able to mix and match pieces. Used this guy. He was okay. He wasn't game bending. Had her in one of my decks. Getting some more cards to the graveyard was very helpful. This is a card I didn't think was very good. I saw some people playing it, but you know I beat those people. So, I mean, I'm just being honest. Deafening Clarion. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I don't mind having that. In fact, I think I may have already opened one of those. One of the packs I opened. The way, for those of you that haven't done or don't really understand or don't even know much about Magic that might want to know, the way it works is you bought a pre-release kit of the guilds you wanted. There's only 5 guilds in this Guild of Ravnica, and then the next set they're going to come out, they're going to do the other 5 guilds. So they had Boros, Izzet, the Dimir, Golgari, and Selesnya were the 5 guilds that you could pick from. From our evaluation, we put Dimir first, Golgari second, and then it was kind of, I think Selesnya maybe third, maybe then Izzet, then Boros. Boros was a little underwhelming. And the people that I saw play Boros, like, those are pretty much the people that were like one and done. They were just getting shot out of the tournament, the Boros crowd. And it seemed to be a lot of people who were very casual players. And don't get me wrong, I'm a casual player. You know, I don't play in any kind of any of the constructed formats other than 2-headed giant. But at the same time, I have strong card evaluation skills from playing forever. And I don't know, sometimes you can just kind of sit there and kind of scan the room and you can see who you don't want to play and who you do want to play, and I find them usually right on that. Go ahead and show them what you got, baby.
I got this uncommon.
Okay. Is that uncommon? I think that's a rare. Flip it to me. Yeah, that's a rare.
Go ahead and show them. Rare.
That's fine. Go ahead and show them. It's no biggie. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put it down.
Yeah.
We're going to put it over here. We want to try to keep all our rares together. I've been ready to lock it on. I think this is already making its way into maybe some net decks. Personally, not a card that I like at all. Oh wait a minute. No, this is different than the card I was thinking of. Oh, I don't know. It's okay. I really like it if it had flash. Here's another one that's quite good. This is a strictly better explosive vegetation. It does everything explosive vegetation does and can get a gate. So that's something I ordered a couple of those. So that's something I like. Um, Here's one of the angel tokens. Not a lot of people like angels, even if you're not a
This
magic
is an
player.
alright card.
What? Well, show it to them. Tell them why you think it's alright.
When
Move a little more on the camera. Don't be shy. You can jump in front of them. Look at the camera. Make sure you're on there.
When generous
You can just read it.
when generous stray enters the battlefield, draw a card. It's it costs 3 to cast and it's a 1/2, so it's
I played that in the first night in my deck because my card pool was a little smaller. It worked fine. It was okay, but at the same time, a 1/2 doesn't do very much. So it didn't. It did not make it the second time. In fact, we pulled a generous stray in this pack too. So if we were building a sealed deck right there, that would have would have been an opportunity for 2 of them. Blood operative. I don't know when they're going to make more surveil, and without having that in multiple sets, which I would almost be sure they won't have it on the next one, as I think the next one will just be the other 5 guilds. And it's a Demir mechanic, so I don't know if that card will ever be good. Maybe they'll bring surveil back, maybe they won't. There have been other Demir guild mechanics like Cypher that just kind of disappeared. I think the Demir guild is a little silly. I think it's way too narrow focused. Spies and whatever ninja assassins, So I was like, Whereas like the whole Golgari thing is like this weird, like I don't know, Mad Max-ish, Soylent Green, sci-fi, fantasy. It's interesting. Citywide Burst. Oh, this is quite a good pack. Citywide Burst. A bust, excuse me. Destroy all creatures with toughness 4 or greater. I can always use that. That's a wonderful commander card. And we have a foil of Goblin Crater Maker. Not a rare, but an uncommon that will definitely see play in standard. So I think this will probably be a $3 card, maybe. Maybe not right now, but soon. Prices are so super unstable right now, it's hard to tell what anything's going to be. Make sure you show them the rare. Ooh, I liked that one. It's not worth anything.
got the
I liked it. Show no. Push a little more.
yeah.
There it is. All right, so you can see there. I pulled her in my first pack. In my first pack. In my first. In my first. Box. Oh yeah, I was saying. So you get a see. Okay, so what it is? I mean, all super stream of consciousness. You have 6 packs that are all in a little box, and the boxes are in a different room. So they're on my dining room table. And your box will contain a spin down die. You can't really use this for like role playing purposes, but a spin down die of your guild. So there's the guild symbol where the 20 will be. And I have one of those for Demir, and I have one of those for Golgari. And you have a 5 normal packs and then 1 seeded pack. So the seeded pack comes with just cards from that guild combination. So like any black, for example, for Golgari, it could be any black rare, any green rare that weren't stamped with another guild's symbol. Like this is stamped with a Boros symbol, so it's not a rare, but if it was, it would not have been available in an Izzet seeded pack, for example, even though red is it one of Izzet's colors. So you got a rare or mythic, and then you got the guild gate of that color. You automatically had one guild gate of your color, and I don't like to run too many tap lands, so having even just one might suit you just fine. Then you had only uncommons, like 3 uncommons, and the rest commons from that guild pair. So for Golgari, it would be black and green cards, black/green cards, which I also had, or just black or just green cards that weren't stamped with any other guild symbol. But yeah, we had her in there. She actually saved a game for me. I would have lost the game if it wasn't for her.
Here's the rare that I got for the pack that I just for the pack that I opened. So, yep.
It doesn't know. Got another mythic, 1,000 Year Storm. Definitely not the mythics you want to be in. So far, we have not done well in mythics at all. We want to see the Black Demon. Another uncommon. This might see some play. This was really good and sealed as well. When you were running the surveil mechanic, it's instant return target creature to its owner's hand, surveil 1. So Chris is using that really well. So I liked seeing that. Of course, I was just playing black and green, so I never had a chance to operate that card. Well, splash white though, white one of the times. Getting a lot of the Wojak Wedding Guard. Look at that! There's an ornery goblin. They're like, man. Spiring Unicorn. I wonder why they decided to make unicorns pretty much all bad, like enemy in terms of being garbage. Swiftblade Vindicator. We didn't have him yet, or no, that's her. I think didn't have her yet. That's not bad. Don't know if she's worth anything. She might maybe see $4 if she gets someplace.
This was the rare that I got for that pack. So yeah.
That is not a rare we wanted to see. The emblem for Veraska. Hopefully we'll have a Veraska, but no, not in this pack. Not even close. We had a Hatchery Spider. Hatchery Spider I did have in the 2-hitted version of the tournament we played. And when I get Hatchery Spider, that was a bad day to be you. Flight of Equinox. We splashed this into my deck. 4/5 flyer with Convoke. It was okay. I mean, I shouldn't even say it. It did real solid work. I mean, a 4/5 flyer in limited is really strong. It's just expensive without Convoke abilities. Wow, it's neat. It's got the little promo card here for the Dungeons and Dragons and the Guild of Ravnica together. Step into the world of guilds with the Guild Master's Guide to Ravnica. So I guess that's what they're calling that deal.
Huh.
That's on the back of this foul goblin token. Right, show it to him.
Uncommons are.
Show it to him. Those are rare.
Rare.
Good, show it to him.
Mint. It's a rare if you can't tell. You might not be able to tell.
Right, toss it down over here. Not over there. We don't lose it now. Find. What is it? Find Finality. This is pretty good. I think this is probably going to be the best of them at the rare level. I really quite like return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand for 2 mana. I think that's quite nice. The Finality part was pretty good too. I had traded and picked up one of those after the pre-release. Oh boy, we're doing tons of trading. I picked up so that's at least my second one. I had Prey Upon in my first deck, and I gotta tell you, it basically makes you fight, and that's not that great of a mechanic in a Golgari Swarm kind of rushing deck. It did okay, but it would get stuck in my hand a lot, where it's black just like boom. I had such good removal. My first deck, I barely had any creatures in it. I mean, barely had any spells in it. I think I had like 6 spells or something like that, and they were all of them were removal. It was just removal. There were no combat tricks. My combat trick was you were going to lose the game.
This it's a rare land. So yeah.
I picked up a bunch of those. I think between trades and which one I cracked, I think that might be my 4th Water Grave I've picked up since the start of the set. So, and I already had Watery Graves. You know, you best believe that. Night Vale Sprite. That's another one that's pretty good. If you can get enough Surveil Mechanic, you know, maybe years in the future.
Do you want to do the last
No,
one?
baby, you can do it.
Oh.
You have the honor, please. So.
Yes, I do. Indeed, I do.
Yeah, that's
That's right.
Make sure you have. I think you may have left some stuff off here. Here's a foil he missed. Command the Storm, which is a common foil. Just kind of sorting these to see if you miss any. Good. Show what you got. Show them. Show them. Should be very careful with that card. Last pack. Yeah. Well, this is called Doom Whisperer. He's a mythic. He's worth $20.
Mm-hmm.
He's 3 and 2 black. Nightmare Demon. It's like, oh, demon's not enough. Oh no, my friend, Nightmare Demon. And for 5 mana, you get a 6/6 Flample. That's flying and trample.
Whoa.
And his big downside is you can pay 2 life to surveil 2. And you do it over and over again. You got to surveil 2 for 2 life and again and again and again. So this guy's definitely going to go in a commander deck. Very happy to see him. Didn't see any Assassin's Trophies at all in this box, which is odd. But I mean, I cracked 3 at the pre-release, so I can't complain. And I don't really like Assassin's Trophy. I know people are going to go, oh. But it's just like Path to Exile. I can't stand giving my opponents anything. If I give you something, I'll swear you aren't going to want it. And letting you go search out a basic land out of your deck, that just is not, that's not my jam at all. I don't like you to have basic land. Oh, man, I do Whisper. That's my jam right there. I'm so happy to see that. Chris pulled one of these in his prize packs. Wow. That's a great black beater right there. He's going to find his way into something for sure. So there you go. If you played the pre-release, let me know what guilds you picked. Let me know how you did. And yeah, you got anything else to say to Grovius?
No, that's fine.
No, that's it. All right, guys.